With this being said, I would like to wish everyone a happy morning, and I, Atrey, and Naresh would be your hosts for the day.
Happy morning, everyone. I am Naresh. We take the utmost pleasure in welcoming our chief guest, Dr. Doreen Robin ma'am, and our respected professor and my dear friends to today's event. One tree can start a forest. One word can frame a goal. One candle can wipe out darkness. A true leader has a confidence to stand alone. It is a matter of great pleasure and honor for me to welcome our head of the department, Dr. M. Anandi ma'am. We now request our head of the department to address the gathering. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Naresh. Respected CEO, Dynamic CEO Sai Prakash Liampu, respected Principal Sir of Sri SAIRAM Engineering College, respected Chief Guest Dr. Doreen Robin Madam, and my dear colleagues and my dear most friends, students, a warm welcome to one and all present here. A great morning to all. Successful people are just ordinary folks who have developed a belief in themselves and what they do. By David Scott. As said this, Dr. Doreen Madam was the head of the department in a reputed engineering college. He gave up her HOD post and he boldly transferred her job into this to become an entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur. So definitely the next 1.5 hour speech will be a motivational to all of us. And before this welcoming address, I request all our students to wake up your friends to join this motivational session. And you never give up this 1.5 hour session, which will be a very motivational and which will be an eye-opener session for you. Because first of all, I am the most inspiring person of Dr. Doreen Madam. When I was discussed here about this her life story, so she told about her life story. When I heard each and every step, whatever she has taken to become an entrepreneur at this stage, so it was really impressive and really amazing. And really, I am first motivated from your this life goal, madam. Thank you very much for becoming our chief guest for this wonderful day. And the students, Dr. Doreen Madam, guiding so many students, research scholars, and faculties. And even she is a guide for all of us. But still, we have to learn one thing from Dr. Doreen Madam. She is continuously learning still and daily. Daily, she is spending 1.5 hours to 2 hours for a new learning concept. So whenever I discussed with her, she said that. So we should learn each and everything from Dr. Doreen Madam, really an inspirational and motivational speaker. Uh, so finally, learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning by Albert Einstein. So we should follow and listen the words of Dr. Doreen Madam, which will be a really motivational and inspirational talk. And the next 1.5 hours will be a very fruitful day for us. And after these Pongal holidays, long holidays, this day will be a very fresh and motivational day for you. Thank you very much, madam, for accepting our invitation and for guiding us, for both us and as well as our students. I really have a confidence that we, both the faculties and the students, will be very motivational by hearing your wonderful, sweet speech. Students, ask your friends to join immediately and never miss that wonderful speech today. Welcome you all. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, ma'am. Both or three.
It is indeed a great honor for me to introduce and welcome the chief guest of this startlingly beautiful day, Dr. D. Doreen Robin Ma'am, Director, Computational Research Foundation. She has a very prolific career and is undeniably a source of inspiration for every student, as one can go on and on when they start talking about her list of achievements. I would like to give a prelude to her list of achievements. She is a reviewer for Computer and Electrical Engineering Journal and Future Generation Computer Science Journal.
She had also been the resource person for the workshop on digital classroom, big data analytics using Hadoop, data science using Python, machine learning, deep learning, cognitive computing, software testing, blockchain technologies, cyber security, and cyber forensics.
And now, without further ado, I request ma'am to address the gathering.
Thank you, Adria and Naresh. A very special thankful note to the chairman and CEO, Sir, Sri Sai Prakash Leomuthu, Sir, Principal Dr. K. Purkumaran, Sir. A very special thankful note to Dr. M. Anandi, ma'am, HOD, CSBS, and the coordinator, Satya, ma'am, and the beautiful students. All right. Kindly bear with my voice. I have got a sore throat today, so that my voice looks different. All right. How are you today? Are you able to hear me? Is my
Yes,
voice
ma'am.
okay? Nice. So those who could switch on your cameras, you could switch on. Sometimes it is like walking in a dark room, right? Taking webinars. Okay, if you could focus up your cameras and switch your cameras on. I know it's online, you're at home, but if it would be nice if you could see your faces. All right. Amen. Okay. So how are you all doing today? Can I have the answers on chat, please? Do you want to have an active session or a passive session? Right? Let's see to it. How are you today? Very simple question. Doing good. Thank you, Lokeshwari. What about others? We have 30 plus students. Happy to see Manish. I hope I'm spelling your name right or wrong. I don't know. Yeah, Manish. What about others? Kindly give your answers on chat. Otherwise, I pre-assume that you have switched on the meeting and you have gone to do your own work. Those are listening to this talk very carefully. How are you doing? How are you today? You cannot deny the fact it is out of syllabus. All right. I'm asking a very, very simple question. How are you today? But I want the answers only on the chat. You can even give one word answer is also fine with me. Thank you, Lokeshwari. I am better. Oh, nice to see Manish. Okay, good. Ganesh saying good, ma'am. Lakisha, a very different name. Good, thank you. Okay, even if you give me one word, is also fine. Yeah, fine. Jai Vignesh. What about others? Okay. Yes. So in this pandemic situation, they say it's a third wave and it is growing. But even in this situation, if you are able to say that we are doing good, it's the grace of God. All right. So I'm so happy. And there are many people still. You can also give your answers on the chat. Quick, please. All right. So before we start with the session, right, who can define your success? If you take the word success in your life, in your personal life, on any what do I say, on any streams. Okay, it could be academics, it could be sports, it could be your personal discipline, in your family, whatever it is. Who can define success? Who can define success? Just give me some answers, please. You're all very silent. You don't want to. I think it's morning, right? It's bright morning and it's 10 a.m. Who can define success? Success can be defined. It's the internal joy that you feel, right? It's the internal joy that you feel when you cook something and it really comes out well. You think that's a success because you taste the food and you think it's really good. So success mostly, it is defined by oneself, the happiness that you're receiving it. The happiness you're receiving it. All right. Okay, before I'm going to share my screen. Before I share my screen, I'm going to ask you a question, whether you want to have an active session or passive session. Active session is I ask you questions, you respond to me back. Passive is you keep speaking for the next 1.5 hours. Okay, then we be silent. Thank you, Manish. I know you are one of the most active person, and only one person out of this have switched on the camera. All right. Yes, active. You can just put A or P. A means you want active session. P means you want a passive session. Thank you, Ganesh. Thank you, Hari Babu, Lokeshwari. You are all active people. Abhinaya, Ventika. Well done, well done. Just one letter is enough. You want active or passive? Belinda, Vaishnavi, very good. Lucky, Shri Komati. What about from the boys? Only few from the boys. All right. All right. So happy that we have all agreed to have an active session. Hope you are able to see in my screen. One of you could unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
See, and you have got a very beautiful course that you have taken, right? It is computer science and business system, right? It's a business system, right? Some of you would have known me. For some, it is new. All right. And today we are going to say, I'm going to share about my story. Okay. I can say it's a motivational session, but it depends on how you get motivated. It's not the speaker, it's only your inner self. If I keep swinging one hand, do I get a sound? Or if I use both my hands, I hear a sound for clapping. One hand or two hands? You can unmute and speak, because when I come to screen share, I will not be able to see your chats.
Both hands.
Both hands. So even the session, I can keep speaking. Sometimes if I keep putting something into a bag, right, and if there's a hole at the bottom, what happens? Whether the bag will get filled up? I've got a bag, I want to fill it with sand, but there's a hole at the bottom of the bag. So much effort if I put to fill the sand onto the cover, will it fill it up or it will drop off?
It will drop off.
Why? Because there is a hole. Why? Because there is a hole. Even motivation, we can speak, but each of us, we need to be self-motivated. It is within our own fence. All right. So as ma'am said, for a decade, I was working for engineering colleges in different designations and being a professor and HOD. I know how students are there and how we are into this field for a long time. And 2017, something sparked. There is a huge need gap analysis. You are being trained, and again, when you go to a company, you need to be trained. So I wanted to start up a company of research and development, and that is what I started this company called Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. And when I took this decision of starting, a very few only encouraged, and others told, you are in a good job, you're getting a good salary, why do you want to live there? You want to take a risk. And they say, right, some dialogues, right, life la risk edukradala, one of you could complete it. What is that they say? Raskasa. That is what I thought in my mind, but I know there are so many pros and cons, and then, but still, I had some vision in my mind of what I should need to do. I always plan to have a 5-year plan. I don't know how many of you have got a 5-year plan. So once I completed my ME, then I had 2 to 3 years to completed my PhD, then worked, and then for 5 years, every 5 years, I always throw this light to any students. If I throw to all the 30 students or 35 students here, some of you could grow up it, some of you would have switched on this and let the meeting go. There will be taking attendance. Okay, so it all depends of how you keep your goal. Okay, this is about my story. I think you should have seen sir, right? He's my husband, Dr. Rene Robin, is a Dean Innovation working at SAIRAM, and we are blessed with 2 children. Okay, they are in their schoolings, right? So I started this company. It's an NPO where we have registered under Ministry of Corporate Affairs. It's a Section 8 company. I don't know how many of you know about Section 8 company, where a primary job is for research and development, product development, and major domains. We work on big data analytics. If you take big data analytics, everything comes under its umbrella. Right, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. When you want to work with deep learning, if you want to take data from sensors, IoT plays into play. If you want to work with network attacks, cybersecurity comes into it. So this is our company's website. You can see what is our vision: to contribute nation building through mentoring and innovation. This was a vision statement that we have focused for CIRF. What is a mission? We take product developments, support higher education to establish innovation ecosystem. We introduce different courses, collaborate with institutions, R&D, organization and industries serving the community at large. What are the goals? In here, we provide hands-on training to students, both online and offline. So training students, faculties, you should have heard about students internship. I don't know whether anybody had heard about faculty internship. We provide there at CIRF and corporates and scholars for paper publication, for value-added courses. These are some goals we have planned that we are accomplishing it. All right. So before we start with my session, we are going to play a very quick game. Okay. Can you see this? Okay, so you have to read the color of the word, but not the word. So what you should read this? You should not read as blue. You should read it as red, blue, yellow. Okay, I'm not going to give this. We have got another slide, another set of words and different colors. Okay, you need to read from the first to the last and from last to the first. Totally 30 seconds will be given. At the end of it, I'll give options for 2 people to unmute and share your experience. All right. You are going to read the color of the word, but not the word. You should not read it as blue. You need to read it as the color, the red, blue, yellow, from the first to the last and from the last to the first, and 30 seconds will be given. Is the instruction clear of the game? Yes, yeah. Shall we go? Okay. Yes, here we go. Start the timer on. Read the color of the word, not the word. From the first to the last. The word is from this yellow to this green, and again from green to this yellow. Don't think this yellow and green. At the end of it, I'll be giving chances for a few people to share your own experience. Okay, we have done. Okay. I will move on into. Okay. How was it? How was this game? Have you played this game before? I'll give chance for 2 people. Yes, Manish.
Once we have played.
Once you have played.
Once we have played in Neotic Paragon, conducted by our classmate only.
Okay. So how was this experience? How, whether you're able to complete?
Sometimes once we play this once now, so it takes time to complete. So maybe not 30 seconds. I could just complete once, but I can't complete it from backside.
Back to front.
But I think this will improve our ability in concentration.
Yeah, it improves the concentration. It's just a game to play, because always we urge and go only what others do, right? That's what we do. If like everybody does it, let me read it. But if I told you to read the word, everybody would have completed even less than 15 seconds, because you know what is read. You see the first letter itself, you will start. And if I've given the same word and the same color, it would be even more faster. Yes, what are the other experiences? Thank you, Manish. We have almost 40 plus students. Yes. If you are silent, I should believe that 1 out of 40 only has played the game. Other 39 were silent. Who's going to share your experience? The next one? You can share it or you can share it on chat. Nobody? Hello? What about others? Yes, Naresh. Let me ask Naresh. Whether you played it?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
As Nani said, we have played in the same event.
Okay, I'm not going to ask that. This event, this time, how did you experience it? With these defined rules. What was it, press? As he said, it took time to complete fully. Thank you, Lokeshwari. Okay, so sometimes you say it takes time. I don't know, your friend had given any timeline to complete it. It was a great mind game. Yeah, it helps to improve concentration. Well done. So sometimes when maybe for some of you, you thought you've already played this game, but I don't know whether your friend had given a timeline or there was not a timeline. It would not be the same words, it would be the different words. So many things are there. All right, so many things. But still, for sometimes we think, is it possible? And then it becomes possible, right? So this is how was my journey from my education till what I am now. All right, so it was not a very easy journey that we passed through it. Okay, motivation or success defines from within. Okay, what is the heaviest animal? Which is the heaviest animal in the jungle?
Elephant.
Elephant. Well said. It's the heaviest animal in the jungle. Which is the cunning animal? You have cunning friends, right? Who's the
Fox.
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 Yeah, you all know fox is the cunning animal. Which is the fastest animal? Which
Cheetah.
runs? Huh?
Cheetah. Cheetah.
Okay, which is the fattest?
Fattest. Hippopotamus.
Okay. The fastest you all told it is cheetah. But I'm going to ask you a question. Which animal is always called the lion of the jungle?
King of the jungle. Lion.
Sorry, king of the jungle. Which is called the king of the jungle?
Lion.
Whether it is the heaviest animal,
No.
it is the fastest animal, it is
No.
the fattest, which is the tallest animal?
Giraffe.
Giraffe.
But see, all the best and the best of it were different animals, but and none of this category, lion fits into it. But which is called the king of the jungle?
Lion.
Lion. How?
That's because the lion thinks he is the best person.
Yeah, that is
The
what.
place of he has that confidence that he actually says, "I am the best," and no one is there.
Yes.
So it gives himself the self motivation.
That is what you all to need. You need to think that you are the best. Okay, you are the best. All right, you are the best. You are the best. There's nobody comparison. Even if you have got two children at home, or if you are even twins at home, both of them are identical or not identical. Everybody have got unique. So you are the best. You are uniquely talented. See how royal is the king, right? King of the
Yeah.
jungle. So royalty. But it is not in any category, it is not the best or fattest, anyest. Okay, fattest, tallest, heaviest, fastest, nothing it is there. But still, see the royalty. Because it has got a lot of power and strength. It has no fear over the enemies. There's no fear over the enemies. In your life journey, you are the king. Being the best is great because you are number one. Being unique is greater. You are the only one. If you get the first rank in the class or something, you're running, you're coming the first, you are the first. Being the best is great. But if you are unique, each one of you are unique. There is nobody who can compete with you. Okay, can you all unmute your mic and say, I am unique?
I am unique.
Yeah, you are unique. And you are greater. All right, you are the only one. If size would have mattered, then elephant would be the king of the jungle. See how it is standing with all royalty and roaring with its power and strength. But see where other animals are. In your life journey, you are the best and you are the unique. There could be people who are best than you, but there is no one unique as you. Your success and significance in life is tied to the unleashingness of the greatness in you. Okay, your success, your life, you define your success, but is it on the right path? That is a question you need to ask. And your importance in life is tied to the unleashing of the greatness that you have. Sometimes I don't know how many of you keep grumbling, no, I'm not looking good, I'm not studying well. See, more than me, they are looking good. If I dress up, it doesn't look good. If she or he dresses up, it is good. My mobile phone, my parents know. No, they don't get me a mobile phone. What? But see their parents. How many of you have compared like this at any part of your life? Click raise hands. Be true. See, I am not like this. No, in comparison, the next person is better. Nobody has compared. If you have compared or if you have thought like this, yes, Hari Babu, you want to speak? Yes, every one of us, right? Every one of us. But because of this, what you forget the greatness that you have within you, the uniqueness that you have within you. Okay, so that is what your success and significance in life is tied to the unleashingness. When you get a lot of knowledge, okay, 96%, you work very hard. It's 98% of it. If you take every letter of it, I know most of you would have known about it. When you sum up every letter, the alphabets that is arranged, attitude, it sums up to 100%. Your attitude, your attitude. If hard work is the secret of success, then donkey must be the king of the jungle, right? You know, donkeys, they do a lot of hard work. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got it. You're not thinking something new. You want to become a successful entrepreneur. You have an idea. You want to make it to be a proof of concept, and you want to launch into the industry, into the field for the benefit of the people. Don't be like the horse or the donkey because they can't do nothing without their masters. Yes, you need horses, donkey, they need a master, but you are unique. But you are unique. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor most intelligent. It is the one that is adaptable to change. Adaptable is the word you need to focus on it. But the change will give you a comfort zone. It will give you a pain. It will give you an agony. You have to go through some struggle, but the success is defining on you. If you want to have a success, you have to come out of comfort zones. When I left my job, people asked, why did you leave the job? Coming out of comfort zones. Yes, there is struggle. I don't say always it's a. How does a wheel rotate in a car or bike? If the wheel is always onto the top, okay, whether the vehicle will move or not, if the wheel is not rotating, one part is always on the top, whether the vehicle will move or not.
No, ma'am.
It will not move because you cannot think your life always to be on the top position. It is like a circle, right? You go up, you go down. Then only there is progress in your life. Then only there will be progress in your life. Most of the time, we think success is only what you achieve it. In your failure, what is that quote say? Failure is the
Stepping stone to success.
stepping stone for success. We should only when you try to adapt to failures, you'll be able to do it on your comfort zones. Okay, be clear and crisp in what you want to do it. So many of them can motivate it, but how do you take up the opportunities that comes in your life? The opportunities that comes in your life, how are you going to handle it? Some of you would have read this story, or some of you would have not listened to the story. Okay, there was a king in a village. Okay, in a village there was a king, and the king wants to travel from one part of and the people on the village need to travel from one part to the other. They have to walk and go, and they need to travel for a longer place. Okay, and then they have to go for a job, earn money, and then they come back to the village to sleep at night. This was going on happening. All right, and then one day, as the next day morning, as one of the passing day, they saw a boulder. You see, it's like a bigger stone was there. It was blocking the way. Some of them took side, some of them took this side, that side. They tried to find a narrow path, and they are trying to go. And they went for a job, and they came back. When they came back, everybody was struggling to move out. Everybody was struggling to move. If you and me are going to cross over this, what will you do when you see a boulder of the same kind? The question is for you to answer. If you are a member of the village, how will you cross?
Ma'am, is it blocking the whole road?
Almost.
Ma'am, if it is like if the boulder is in the hills now, we can all together we can throw it in the downfall, so that then the road is clear and everyone can move.
Okay.
By just not one person, by teamwork, we can do that.
Well done. Thank you, Manish. Manish is one of the most active. Students, listen to this talk very carefully. At the end of it, we are going to play a live quiz from the questions, a simple questions, and we're going to see who's going to be the winner of the day. Yeah, I told Hari Babu there's a village, there's a king in a village. The people in the village need to travel from their place, maybe like 5 to 10 kilometers. They need to walk to the nearby place to work, and they get the wages and they come back. On one special morning, as they're getting up and they're going on to that major path, the main path, there was a big boulder, and the people were trying it very difficult to cross over because it was late. They were all going, and when they came back, and still the boulder was there, the big stone was there. They're trying to find it hard to cross. If you're as a member of the village, what will you do? Like Manish said, as he makes a team of people and he pushes it down. Most of you told you want to have an active session, but I'm not getting any response from you. Feel free to answer. You can answer in your native language. Don't take any shell. If I'm going to answer wrong, what they are going to think, there's no problem. Nobody is going to evaluate you. You are unique and you are great. Yes, who's going to answer the next one? Nobody? Okay. So as he was coming, don't feel hesitant, students, to speak.
One more thing can also be done, ma'am.
Yes.
If it is not in a top hill, so if it can't be thrown down, the other thing which can be done is if they are wages, of course, they can break that stone, ma'am. So as again a team, they can break it into pieces. Then they can make it aside, and they can then cross the road.
Thank you, Manish. I'm so inspired with Manish. See, he was the only person who switched on the camera whenever questions are asked. And most of you are thinking to answer, but you're hesitating to unmute. Okay. You are hesitating. Don't feel free. Nobody is going to judge you. I'm not perfect to judge things, right? But feel free to interact and speak. All right. And you are the best and you are unique. All right. You have to, some of them thinking, let me wait. Let Manish will answer. Okay, Manish always will keep answering, and I want everybody to answer it. I can call you by name, but I'm not going to do that. You should be self-motivated. Okay, so as he said, that also could be done. And then once he was coming back, there was one man, okay, one man out of the village. He was trying to push the boulder with so many equipments that he had, and he thought it's very huge and it's big. But only the covering shell was so big, and when he was started trying to push it, no, he just went on to the next side. There was a place, and he saw a bucket was there. What is this? Underneath there's a bucket. He opened it, saw, this is for you. There was a from king. This was the note written on that box. This is for you from king. So the king has kept a whole bucket of gold, a whole bucket of gold, full gold. And he wanted to see out of all the people in the village who is coming out of comfort zones, who actually it looks big, who's trying to push that boulder, and who's going to push it will see this bucket, which is full of a big bucket full of gold, and he will get the prize for it. Remember, whenever you come, but others, they didn't come out of comfort zones. They're trying to find any other path to move to their home destination. And when he got the prize, and from the next day, people are able to move furthermore. Sometimes in life it happens like that. You think something is very big. Is it possible for me to start a company? Is it possible for me to become an entrepreneur? Let me go and join the companies like others do. No, after sometimes let me think of it. When you have got an inspiration in your heart, you will be able to do it. Come out of comfort zones to find success. Okay, you should have a creative thinking in whatever you do. You need to have a creative thinking. What it is for, what am I studying, I'm applying it, who it is for, who are we communicating with, how it works, how to access, what you need. You always have these questions: why, how, and what. Why, how, and what. Have a creative thinking. With the right attitude, most situations are winnable, even the ones that at first may seem impossible. For most of the people, it's impossible. But for the one farmer, and then he became a very rich man onto the village. So with the right attitude, most of the situation, sometimes you try to lament yourself. No, no, it is not for me. Will I be able to do it? Coding, me, no. There is a set of people who always do that. No, each of you, you have got a very unique talent which others, nobody in this world has got. All right. So attitude is more important. Okay, when I was as I said, the professor and HOD of a college, the Purett College, on April last, we were conducting, like, as you always have parents teachers meeting. I hope you also have parents teachers meeting in your college, online, offline. Yes, no. Yes means
No, as of now, we haven't experienced that in college.
Oh, you have not experienced. So that was the end of a semester. So I was just calling parents, but because they need to take up the test, this, that, and what. And I had fever that day. And the next day, May 1st, I was called by another organization for an inspection. I need to be there. And what happened? I had fever. Always when this is not in 2017 or 8, 9. It is not in 2019, 20. That time when we had fever, we would have renamed as Corona. It happened all in 2015. Then I took tablets. Then I came back home. The next day, morning, I need to go May 1st. I was not able to sleep. I was not able to pass urine. I was there in the bed. And next day, below my hip, nothing moved. Early morning, next day, 5 o'clock, May 1st, I was hospitalized. 13 days I was in the hospital. They took all MRI, CT scan. The doctors they wrote it. Doreen will not be able to walk furthermore. She can walk only through wheelchair. None of the reports were able to do. I was below my hip, nothing moved. My toe didn't move. My foot didn't move. Below my hip, none of the parts worked. Even if you pinch or nothing, even the sensors all went. And after sometimes my both hand also stopped coordinating. I was put into ICU. I had little memory loss. I didn't know. And then after 13 days, I told my doctor, no, I'm not going to be here in hospital. I came back home. They just carried me on a chair and they brought me home because I must not imagine a day if you are below my hip, nothing moves. You cannot turn left, turn right. And then, and then I stopped seeing people who all came to see me. Only my father, my mother, and my husband were taking care of me. Doctors told it is impossible. She cannot walk because they were not even able to figure out what is the disease all about. I was in catheter for more than 40 days. Entire bladder got infected. But what happened in July, through prayers and so many people support, my toes started moving. I had a person who always comes and says, you will walk, you will walk, you will walk, the positive confessions. And on August, July started moving little by little. And now I'm moving around. That time I was working in college, and November I again joined back. You know what happened in November 2015, December and all. Every time he was there. And then for 1 year I worked, and then I resigned my job. And that time at least I need to stand for only 1 period or 2 periods, or maximum 3. But when I started this company, when I go for workshops for 2 days, for 5 days, entire days from morning till evening, I need to stand and train people on corporates with students. This is how God, it was not possible. But one doctor told my mother, you can take it as a challenge, your daughter will never walk. But my mother told, she's a woman of faith, she said, it's not possible with you, but with God it is possible. And when I walked, again he called and asked me, how is your daughter? My mother said, she's walking perfectly fine. This is how you should have a positive approach. Many things will, see, if it is like that, I will not be able to walk again. But have a positive approach. We don't expect the unexpected in life. Nothing expected happens always. I always tell this on every talk, expect the unexpected. In 2017, I started this company, CIRF. By this 5 years, right? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, I've trained more than 5,000 people around the world and 1,000 plus webinars. All right. So sometimes you think with right attitude, most situations are winnable, even the ones that at first may seem impossible. And gradually, every organ started working back again. So innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. You think everything was developed by Steve Jobs? How many of you have iPhone or Apple products? Yes?
One person in the class.
One person in the class. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Manish is so active. I want to give chance to everybody to answer. Okay. Feel free. Okay. Feel free to answer. You will not, opportunities comes to your home or knocks at it only once. So you think, ma'am, how many webinars we have heard, ma'am? Is it new for us? I want you to answer it. I wish. Okay. So innovation and invention and innovation. Invention is you formulate a new idea. Innovation is the practical application. You make it to be a product. Whenever you see an apple with a curve on it, without your knowledge, you say it is Apple logo. Yes, formulations. You have got so many ideas. You are using so many gadgets, right? You are using so many gadgets. Have you ever thought, even in this gadget, if this particular functionality would have been that it is more better? Anybody have thought about it? You have not developed whether you have thought. Yes, Manish. Others? Anybody? I was asking this question to an engineering students when I went. That there was some different department. So at that time, one girl told, "Ma'am, I would like to." She loves to hear the news or to read the news, and she said, "I have a bad habit. I spend a lot of time on mirror to dress up my hair, to do my makeup. If there could be a simple gadget on the mirror that we see, the face mirror, right? If there is a top headline news or what is it all about the news today, as I comb my hair, as I get ready to my college, I'll be able to see that." Have you ever seen any mirrors with a news panel? Live news being displayed? Yes, no?
Not yet, ma'am.
See, this is what is innovation, invention. Some ideas. Think of something. I told her someday or the other you will develop and the product will launch. Think of something. It's very and it's so comfortable, right? It all depends on a dedication and passion. Maybe at the end I'll again ask this question. Think of something, ma'am. I'm using this washing machine, TV, fridge, this, Alexa, so many things. Will I be able to add a small ingredient to it, which will ease the thing? Okay. And then you know about your ideas. You're in college, you've got a beautiful set of teachers, faculty members, team of professors to be able to do it. You know, the IPR of Indian government is for the benefit of all. Have an idea, bring out an idea, theory, research, and science, the belief. Then you do an invention. You are design, engineer, and prototype things. There lies your creativity and innovation. Invention into commercialization is innovation. Invention into commercial, we have to commercialize it. How many of you have seen marketing people selling something, maybe books or products? Have you ever experienced marketing people? Let me call now and ask some people's name. Okay, some name I will ask to unmute and answer. Yes, Vidusha, can you unmute? No? Okay, who's ready to unmute? Have you ever experienced meeting a marketing people? It's
Yes,
Manisha.
ma'am.
Manish always does. Thank you, Manish, for your thing. I want any other person to unmute and speak. Yes, let me try. Who will be doing it? Hello? Yes, somebody's Hari Babu. Yes, Hari.
Yeah, ma'am.
Mm. What is your experience? Can you share your experience?
Meeting, ma'am, meeting that marketing person like that.
ஏதாவது ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் ஒரு புக்ஸா இருக்கலாம், ஒரு கார், ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட். ஹவு டு தே ட்ரை டு கன்வின்ஸ் யூ டு கெட் இட்?
மேம், நானே மார்க்கெட்டிங்ல இருந்திருக்கேன், மார்க்கெட்டிங் இன்டர்ன்ஷிப்லாம் பண்ணியிருக்கேன், அதனால எனக்கே அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இருக்கு மேம்.
தென் யூ ஆர் தி ரைட் பர்சன். எஸ், டெல்.
இன்டர்ன்ஷிப்ல அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் அவங்களுக்கு எந்த விதத்துல வந்து யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும், எந்த விதத்துல அவங்களுக்கு கரெக்டா இருக்கும் அப்படின்ற அந்த ஒரு விஷயத்த மட்டும் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணி, அந்த ஒரு விஷயத்துல கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ணி அவங்கள அதை வாங்க வைக்கணும்.
You are commercializing it. You see people, they don't give gaps at all. Keep on speaking about it. Have you seen it?
Yes, ma'am.
The mindset concentration should not get shattered. And one point, if they know they are going to get it, they'll convince them to get it right. Yeah. So innovation is you invent something. Try to invent something. You can become students with different departments and try to bring out an idea, bring a product, a proof of concept, and you have to commercialize it. You have to commercialize it. So commercializing. Yes.
Innovation and marketingல the one thing is common, ma'am. என்னன்னா innovation comes when there is a need.
Yes.
And when you do this marketing of any product, you the salesperson, what he does is he creates an environment where the customer feels that he is in need of that product. So these both things, innovation and marketing, இதுல வந்து இந்த நீட்னு இருக்க ஒரு common word எப்பவுமே இருக்கும்.
Yes, the need gap analysis. They always
he makes the customer feel he is in the need of the product, so he should buy it. So the offers and are just a thing to just make him convince, but first he convinces us you are in need of this product.
Yeah, exactly said. So you think of something. That's what I asked you a question. You are using so many gadgets. Can you think if this functionality is available, it will look more better, not only for you but for the benefit of the society. The power of an idea is more important. I don't know how many of you by today morning till now, how many of you have switched on or now using Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp. Let the meeting, Google Meet, let it be there. But still, let me check up my messages on WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. Yes or no? From morning till now, how many of you open WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram? Hari Baba has raised his hand. Yes, Naresh. What about others? Others are really connected. Thank you, Lokeshwari, Belinda. Nice to see. We all do it, right? We all do it. You know what is the story of Facebook, why it was started? I'm not going to share now. Maybe if you want time, you can go and find it out. It's just a power of an idea. It is connecting with so many people. How many of you we real have known friends, only known friends in our Facebook friends list? Okay, only few. But for the others, even for me and all, I've got so many friends, I don't know. Okay, that known friends and unknown friends. As he said, as rightly said by Manish, necessity is the mother of invention. Necessity is the mother of invention. So, inventor, who's going to invent? He is the father of invention. But when you take entrepreneurs, they are fathers of innovation. Able to capture it? When you invent something, inventor is the father of invention. You're just the father, you're just inventing it, but you're not taking it, bringing it out, sharing it with people, bringing into limelight. I found it, I just kept it. Inventor is just the father of invention. But when you become an entrepreneur, you're father of innovation. Innovation. Always inventor and entrepreneurs are not the same. Even you go after this talk, go and listen to the success story of Apple. There is an inventor, there is an entrepreneur. All right. So, inventor is the father of invention. Entrepreneur, you should become a successful entrepreneur and become the father of innovation. Who is this? Remember who is this? Or take your mobile, take Google Lens and find it out. Google will tell you, right? Open Google, you have a camera kind, which is a Google Lens. When you search with your camera, it will be able to find it. Who's this? Any idea?
Thomas Edison.
Yes. What did he do? What was
Light bulb.
Light bulb. No.
Light bulb. And he is one such person who is an inventor and also an entrepreneur. Who is an inventor and also an entrepreneur. So very less we have people inventor and entrepreneurs. Inventor, they are fathers of invention, and entrepreneur, they are fathers of innovation. So innovation circle is you do research, okay, you invent, you do an assessment, property right, so many things you're doing into innovations at SAIRAM, right? And innovation is invention, product, and commercialization. You need to come. You think it's a small product, but you definitely need to commercialize. One day it will become successful. Most of the time you think it is not successful, but it becomes successful. How many of you recently read the story of Coffee Day? Siddharth's wife. What was her recent achievement? Anybody?
No, ma'am.
Nobody read. Oh my God.
I'm telling about me. I'm not representing the class.
Okay,
Maybe
Manesh.
they could have read. I don't know.
Yes, Naresh, I can see your mic switched on. Naresh,
No, ma'am, I haven't read, ma'am.
you haven't read. It was a very popular news on the social media. What happened to the owner of Coffee Day? What did?
Ma'am, you are talking about Cave Coffee Day. CCD.
Yes.
Yeah, he had some 7,300 crores of debt. Now it has come to 2,000 crores.
How?
Right. The wife has. She didn't get actually the reason of suicide was this, that there was a lot of debt on Cave Coffee Day. So husband
he
did
thought
suicide.
Then she came.
Then the wife she took over the company. Then she is running it successfully. Now they have 2,000 crores of debt. But I think the way she has reduced the 5,000 crores, she could also reduce this 2,000 crores.
She will gradually reduce, right? First, it was so impossible. But see how they made it possible. Creative thinking, that's more important to be a successful entrepreneur. A creative thinking, yeah, you can have everything. But to have a creative thinking and applying in your life is more important. That is what I want to emphasize with you today. That is what I want to emphasize with you today. Your creative thinking. See, he thought it's a total failure and he suicided. Imagine the heart of a wife when her husband passed away. Still she geared up. Okay, so many things are there. See, when you listen to this, we visited AMTS. Okay, and people, when they have throat cancer, they remove the vocal and they'll not be able to speak further. Only people who who have got so much of money, okay, then only they'll be able to do it. See how good is innovation. How good is innovation? And in which one doctor, listen to this. See, 30,000 people in India, they are diagnosed with throat cancer. And their voice boxes where we speak, right, it should be removed. He's telling he's a union leader. And then see this doctor, it is totally unaffordable. Can you see here? It's totally unaffordable. The patients, because to replace a voice box has got so many lakhs.
80% of our patients come to us in an advanced stage where it's difficult to preserve the voice box, and 80% of them come from the rural area and poor backgrounds. Majority of our healthcare is private and cost prohibitive. That was the reason that I felt that there was a dire need to actually help these patients speak again, because speech is a right and not a privilege.
And then, by funding the development and manufacturing, he reduced the cost from lakhs to just $1. Can you see here? When this is a device, it connects the windpipe.
Throat cancer patients, especially in stage 4, end up losing their voice box to throat cancer, because by that time the voice box is completely destroyed. Now, in this set of patients, they can speak again if the windpipe is connected to the food pipe and the air supply from the lungs are able to vibrate the food pipe so that the patient can speak again. Now, it is here that the brain trains the food pipe to vibrate again and help the patient speak.
Can I introduce myself?
Yeah.
I'm Nani Satyanarayan. I'm 70 years old, but I'm very young at heart always.
Can you find how innovative is it? It was in huge lakhs. As Manish said, always there is a word called need, and this doctor said there is a dire need. There is a dire need. All right, and this is what we saw there, AUM. Okay, when we visited AMTS, so many things they've got. You know, when pandemic hit there, we were all hunting for oxygens. Then they're developing oxygen concentrators. All right. So what are the top new technology trends? Okay, that you need to equip yourself to develop new innovative products. Artificial intelligence, machine learning. Yes, you all know about it. I think I need not speak more about it. Robotic process automation. You all belong to which year, students? Second year, third year, final year?
Second year, ma'am.
All of
Second
you,
year.
you will belong to second year. Okay. It's a right time for you. It's a right time for you. Develop yourself on technology, edge computing, quantum computing. Okay, virtual reality. Maybe in the next few months, I'm even launching this session onto my YouTube channel, and there will be a series on talk on quantum and edge computing. If you wish, you can subscribe so that you get notification towards it. VR, AR, blockchain technology, IoT, and 5G. You cannot train yourself in all the technologies. If you are extra supernatural, you can do it, but at least try to take into one or few. How many of you have used Google Lenses? How many of you have used Google Lens? Yes or no? Answers
Just now I did, ma'am. Just now we did, ma'am.
Just now,
Thomas Edison. Thomas
Oh,
Edison.
as I told about Thomas Alva Edison, you tried with Google Lens. What about others? I want this answer from everyone. Have you?
Almost everyone, ma'am.
Everyone, you have used Google Lenses, right? See, what is the technology that runs behind? As a CSBS students, see,
Image processing, ma'am.
image processing,
And
as
then it goes with AI, and then it gives the data already feeded, then it comes out.
yes, and also how much when you open a Google Lens, okay, when you open Google Lens, can you see in the beneath what are the different things they have given? It's for dining. I hope you're able to see in my screen. So many for play, for dining or for homework. So many functionalities. If you are having a smartphone in your hand, open Google Chrome and you get this on your search, click it on, and can you put it onto the chat? What are the things that you see? Like search, dining, and the others. Let me get at least responses for this.
Data can also be done like here, if you can see. I guess it can also read pages and like it can tell what it is written.
Yeah. What about others? I want the answers on chat. Let me try for this. At least I get answers for this. See, when you open Google, you see a lens kind, right? See, when you use Google, when you click on Google, okay. Can you see this symbol like lens? It opens. I want you to do maybe search with a camera or something. I'm trying to search. Can you see there? Translate, text, search, homework, shopping, dining. Are you all able to see this? Shopping, homework, search, text, translate. Yes, no? If I'm going to select translate, I don't know whether I've kept it here. Or if you could search this, if you want to buy, this is for fever or something. If you want to dine, if you want to have a menu card, if you click it on, you can search for it. For shopping, for any products you want, you can do it. All right, now I'm trying to search for Anna University. If I search, I get the website of Anna University, College of Engineering, Kindy. All right, so many features. See, we are not here. You can think of developing products, small applications, right? Where beneath, as they said, image processing and the machine learning technology that runs behind. So what are the big two players? Augmented reality and machine learning are the two big players. What do you know? Anybody knows working about, what do you know about AR or VR? Kindly respond. How many of you have visited VR mall? Why are you so silent? Or you are instructed not to speak? Yes, I have heard from Ari Babu, some response from Lokeshwar and Manish. Yes, Naresh. What is that anything regarding AR, VR you experienced in VR mall? See, this is a time given for you. It's not one-way talk. You can speak. Yes, boys, girls. எத்தனை பேர் மாலுக்கு போயிருக்கீங்க? I hope most of you would have visited some malls or the other. Who could speak now? What, anything, something unique you saw in VR mall? You can speak in any language. I wish to hear from you. Yeah, you can raise hands, you can feel free to unmute and speak. You are not restricted, you are not evaluated. Okay, so once I took my son there, and there was a VR cricket, right? One of them, they throw the ball and he strikes it with goggles on the eye. It shows whether it's a 4 or everything is virtual. Yes, how many of you have seen it? In VR mall, it's on a kids section. Maybe you would have not seen it also, right? The possibility of machine learning presence for these apps are endless. Ability to track, understand the 3D world, take the extra details to augment it, and there can be built even more impressive things. See, as students, you should think if Google can create Google Lens, you can create an application even more far better for a different need. Okay, for a different need. So when AR are on the phone, okay, it opens, it tracks. Okay, neural networks, deep learning techniques can learn data from it, interact with it. A very good example is what is here? Google Translate. Now you all can open Google Lens. Okay, select translate. And can you tell me what is this word all about? Select translate. It's a Chinese language. Able to get what it is all about? Are you trying?
Yes, ma'am. It's Suno, ma'am, in Hindi. Here, ma'am.
Here. Okay, it is the word here. H-E-A-R. Okay, here. Okay, it is given in Chinese. Okay, this is a Chinese character for listening. Here. Okay, here, king. So even though, see how much it does your natural language processing. There are a lot of packages wherein you can take and start working on with it. How many of you have seen about this thing called Varia Vision? Yes, no? It is a smart class that combines ML and AR. ML, it stands for machine learning, AR for augmented reality. What it does, you wear it like a, see how innovative is this product all about. Right? You wear it as a lens. It detects traffic. It measures the performance. It gives you the route direction if it is heavily traffic, what kind of traffic you can take, and without blocking the vision. I can play the video for you for a while. You can see to it. Can you see? It can measure the performance of it. and it doesn't block the, yeah, it doesn't. How many of you have seen like this? Yes, no?
Heard of something coming like this from Apple, but not this specific company.
Okay.
But again, this product has a limited market size because I guess it's not for everyone.
Yes. But what I'm trying to say, you think of how the product is developed, you can think of even more better one. Because there's someone who thought, right, as I travel, I can see something on a glass, the performance of it, the speed, the traffic, it connected to the internet. All right. And you are all good innovators. Only you are not trying to come out. And then you see about augmented reality and machine learning also shapes the way of consumer shops. Okay, there is they have got a L'Oreal has got their own company called Modiphase in 2018. Okay, they record and they process and they suggest which would look like better. Okay, see if I'm going to, how many of you have colored your hair? I don't know whether your college they don't allow, right? Have you seen people coloring hairs? At least this I want others to give a response. Have you seen people color with colored hairs? Thank you, Ariharan, you have given the right answer. Have you seen people who have colored hairs, different color hairs? If you've seen Big Boss, you should have seen that one girl, I don't know her name, who had colored a different color hair. What's her name? Just now Big Boss got over. Anybody remembers her name? Or you
The
don't?
girl who sings that song.
I don't know. One girl had a different color blonde. I don't know. I don't see, but I saw.
Basically, actually, I belong to North India. I've I'm staying here only for 18 years, but 3 years I have been there.
Okay.
So I've seen people coloring their hair.
Yeah, you see people coloring their hair, but sometimes we
But
all.
I feel it's weird.
It's
But
weird.
I feel it's weird.
You feel it is weird. Sometimes we think whether it doesn't suit us. They have got applications using ML and AL. Okay, see.
This is the same with Scott also.
Yes, lens cut also. You even if you're at home, you can check. People didn't travel at all, right? They were checking at home and they were seeing how things would be there, and then they tried it out using the application and they got their lens to their home. I had one of a researcher who worked and she bought glasses because of the fear of corona through lens cut. All right, here you can see this website l'orealparis.uk. See, they have, I'll post the link onto the chat. I don't know whether boys would like, but rather girls would literally like it. Okay, there are different products that you can try it out. See, it's not as students that you're here to find or with the product, but how it has been used. Okay. See, there is something called tap and try. You can have a virtual makeup and hair color online with zero commitments. Okay, only thing they're asking us to tap and try. How many of you have clicked the link at least? Have you clicked the link? You have got different products for men, for hair color. You have to click tap and try. It's getting loading onto my system. Anybody have clicked the link what I've shared on the chat at least? If you have clicked, type C on the chat. If you have not clicked, type N. Anybody is trying the link shared on the chat? Yes, no? Yes or no? You can be in the Google Meet itself, but you can click the link. Anybody is trying, or you can unmute and also speak? Yes, Adriya. Adreyava, I don't know, I'm not spelling your name correct or wrong. You're there. Hello. And then you have got an option called live try on. I'm clicking it on. Okay, it opens our camera. It will ask allow, use your camera. I'm allowing it to use. And then you get your face and you can try it with whatever materials that you want to use, and which one suits you the best, that you can take it out. I have used blushes here. Yeah, can you see the blushes here on the cheeks? Okay. If you want a hair color, I can click, tap and try. Just give me a minute. Can you see the color of the hair is changing? All right. So based on what colors you're going to try. Okay, here at the back end, what runs your ML algorithm? Okay, it runs is your ML algorithm. You can also try uploading with your photos. Anybody tried? Would like to share? Anybody tried? Okay. See how, like students, even AR and ML surgeons are there. In June 2020, surgeons at Johns Hopkins performed the first AR surgery, neurosurgeon. Okay, they want to do a spine fusion. Okay, they want to do a spine fusion operation to remove a cancerous tumor from a patient's spine. So what they have used in medical industry, see how innovation works. I'm just sharing these ideas. You can now think of creating something or innovating something new to become a successful entrepreneur sometime in your life. Okay, so here they use AR headsets. Okay, I'm sorry. They used AR headsets and they had the patient CT scan, the CT scan of the patient, and provided with their X-ray vision. So, and the doctor said it was very, very accurate for them to correctly figure it out. Listen to this video, you'll be able to understand it.
This is our consent form for the procedure. As you know, the novel part about this procedure is we're going to be using a new augmented reality guided computer system that's mounted on a headset so that we can accurately place the screws into your back.
I'm Kay Bartulis. I was diagnosed with spinal stenosis. Dr. Witham, being the expert he is, was the one who took the case and corrected my problem.
She had got a tumor on the spine.
I was having horrible muscle cramping, like twisting. It would hurt so much, even at the mall. the lower back pain would be so much, I just didn't want to keep going. I'd have to find something to hold on to.
It was hard to watch. We felt like someone was going to help her, but knowing she was with Dr. Witham, we knew she was in good hands.
She's taken to the hospital.
We are sciatic pain.
Can you see the CT scan
A lot of
with
times
the
we'll try to treat
AR?
these things without
He was
surgery.
the first
When
one
the
who did
non-surgical
this
treatments
surgery.
fail, that's when surgery comes in and can often be very effective.
Can you see his headset
They
on?
were all so sweet and talking to me, you're going to be fine. And they were getting ready to get all this stuff hooked up on me. And actually, it made me feel a lot better because it was almost fun watching them getting themselves prepped. Dr. Witham was getting his headset put on and they were making sure. Okay.
It was the first AR surgery. Can you see the headset?
This is an amazing technology that was developed based on the type of headset that fighter pilots commonly use. But there is also a computer onlay that shows us not only the surface anatomy of the body, but also the internal structure of the bone in 2 planes, which is critical in terms of our direct
And
view
they were
and
able to do
computerized
it
images.
correctly.
This makes it more seamless and easier, I think more efficient, and I think it's going to be more effective for accuracy of placement of
And
spinal.
then after the surgery, she was able.
My stay in the hospital was very nice. The people were very receptive
Then
to
after the
coming when I
surgery, she's
needed
able to
help.
walk.
And then I went home and got the
So an artificial intelligence is used in automation. The combination of artificial intelligence and automation is called as RPA. Have you heard about RPA, robotic process automation? Artificial intelligence and automation. Have you heard about this word? RPA? Yes, no? Okay. So it's called as intelligent automation. Is a combination of RPA and artificial intelligence. Okay. Listen to it. At the end of it, I want you to post it onto the chat. What are the words you have listened through this video? What are the words that strike into your mind when you see this video for 2 minutes? How artificial intelligence and automation plays a vital role. AI introduction. Can you see how it is used with robotic hands? So the camera takes the pictures. Even micro cracks are being found. See, which is not, humans cannot find it, the crack on this micro cracks, but artificial intelligence using the self-learning softwares where deep neural networks are used. Can you see? What are the faulty products? They are sorted out because of micro, not okay. So they are thrown away. So this is And also hotels, they use automation system, like the robots, they come into it. I'm not going deep into it. Okay, here automation and artificial intelligence makes remote process, robotic process automation. So when you take AI, it's computer program, but when you take robots, it's real physical world. AI can understand symbols and rules. Input to robots could be, how many of you use Alexa or Google Assistant or Siri? Okay, how many of you know about this robot called Sophia the robot? Yes, no? Are you all listening or you're... Yes, Manish always listens. I want answer from others. Hari Haran. Yes, right? You all go and visit the website called Hanson's Robotics, HANSON, how they have developed it. So as students, it is not, we are here, we are not only to take the fruit of output of it and then enjoy it, but rather how it has been developed. Okay, so John McCarthy was the first one who termed the word artificial intelligence. Nobody would have known at that time that AI has the power for to give life to robots and take decisions on their own. All right. So you know about different types of robots, weak robots, a Siri, where you need to give an instruction and then it works. All right. And then when you take a strong AI, that's a humanoid, but the robotic surgeons that we told, right? So those things. And then Sophia the robot. Specialized robots are robots where they work only for a particular task, like painting robots. Okay, so like painting robots. Are artificial intelligence and robots the same? No, they are different. But once both are combined together, they make artificial intelligence robots. Okay, artificial intelligence robot. I told you what are the deeper technology that you need to know yourself. Okay, that you need to know, all right, to equip yourself and different technologies, train yourself, because in your second year you are on the right path. Okay, to be very successful. Okay, you've got a huge market for AI. Can you see in 2025 how the market range is keeping increasing? First they had AI, machine learning, deep learning. It keeps going on. Okay, to be successful in life, spend time to learn, understand them, take care of your health first. Always using mobile phone, or you're just spending your time onto it, be creative. Okay, encourage yourself and encourage others if they do a small good thing. Be self-motivated and self-confident. So the first, all the letters, it speaks about successful. To be successful, when you have a vision and you don't have any actions, right? When you have just a vision and when you don't have any action, it becomes like it's just a daydream. Okay, when you take an action but no vision, the time you spend on Facebook, Instagram, not knowing what to do, it's just a time pass. But when you have a vision with an action, that can make a bigger difference. That is what the note I wanted to share it with you today. Okay, I'll be sharing now a link. You can just click the link and join onto it. Some questions from the talk that we have given today. Let me see. How many of you are joining into it? Starting it. I hope you are all well versed in NT. There is no need for any registration or anything as such. Just click the link. Yeah, 13 of you have joined. Okay, let me wait for a few more minutes. Yeah, 14 don't go out. Only 15 of you have joined. So only 15 or out of 40 are there listening to this talk. Okay, let's see who's going to be the winner. 16 of you have joined. Just click the link. You need not give any, just give your name alone. Just give your name alone. Entrepreneurs are father of invention or innovation or none of the above. Invention or innovation or none of the above. Yeah. Yeah, you have given the right answer. Entrepreneurs are fathers of innovation. Let's see who's the winner on the first round. Most of you have given the answer right. I know you're listening to it, but I wish you students to come out of the shell and speak and speak. Adire, you are the fastest. Next is Harigaran Divya Bharati. Okay, let's move on to the second question for the day. Let's see who's the star of the day. Hopkins, John Hopkins, they performed the first ever AR surgery. When have they done? On 2012 or 2019 or 2020? I showed you the video of it, right? Yes. Oh my God. Only 3 of you have got the right answer. It's on June 2020. It's on June 2020. Afrin and VRR are given the right answer. Let's see who's on the top. Afrin and VRR are on the top. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Third question. 21 of you have answered the previous question. At least 50% are there. What is innovation? It's research plus invention, or invention multiplied by idea, or invention multiplied by commercialization. A product of invention and commercialization, or product of invention and idea, or 9 of you have given the right answer. It's in a way invention. Innovation is always you invent, you bring a product, and then you need to commercialize it. Okay, let's see. Who's the winner? Naresh is the fastest, and Afreen and VRR are on the second and third place. We move on to the third question, fourth question of the day. Are robotics and artificial intelligence same or different? Yes or no? Are they same or different? Are they same thing or not? No. Right answer. Most of you have given the right answer. Let's check it out. Who's going to be the winner? Fastest is Adire. First is Afreen, Divya Bharti, and Hariharan. Let's move on to the fifth question. Final question. Careful, it will tell me who's the winner of the day, and I'll give you a chance for the winner to speak for a while. 1 or 2 minutes. The combination of artificial intelligence in automation is known as robotics in automation, intelligence robotic product automation, or intelligent robotic process automation. This defines who will be the winner of the day. 7 of you have given the right answer, and the right answer is intelligent robotic process automation. Let's see who would be the winner. Naresh is the fastest, and Naresh is the winner of the day. Congratulations, Naresh. Congratulations. So I don't know how we were able to grab some details or to become a successful entrepreneurs or innovators. What are the things that you need to focus on? It's the power of an idea is more important. And we've shared the video link. Yes. Naresh, can you share your experience?
It was an interesting session, ma'am. Now we learned many things, ma'am.
Welcome.
That's all.
Welcome. Thank you, Naresh. So I've shared the YouTube link of this, and you can, where you feel like, you can listen to it. And so many videos are there on different talks on different topics. And this is our company's website. You can visit to it. We are revamping it by the end of this week. It will be revamped. The design is almost over. Only we need to upload it. And we provide internships for students online and offline. Okay, online it happens from the next month on every Monday and Thursday, 5 to 7, 2 hours. So by the end of 1 month, you'll be completing 15 hours of training. It's fully hands-on, and the next month you'll be start developing a product. Or if you are very well versed on any technology, after the interview, a direct live project also will be given to you. All right. So if you are interested, this is my contact details. You can see it from this, and you can contact me and get yourself equipped with newer technology. You are in the second year, and this is the right time for you to equip yourself. On. Thank you for this opportunity given, Anandi ma'am, and to the students and Satya ma'am and the organizers. Thank you all. God bless.
Thank you. Three.
Thank you, ma'am. It was indeed an inspiring and eye-opening session for every one of us over here. Now, I would like to call upon Mrs. Satya, Assistant Professor, ma'am, SAIRAM ENGG College, to propose a word of thanks.
Good morning to all. It's my pleasure to give vote of thanks for this evening. First of all, I would like to thank our chief guest, Dr. Doreen ma'am, for accepting our invitation and for being with us this morning. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your interesting and highly informative speech. Next, I would like to thank our CEO sir, principal sir, HOD ma'am, staff members, and my dear students for your wonderful support to make this event as a successful one. Thank you, one and all present here. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.